The Payday Cult started as a reasonably regular group inside the Payday 2 community. The voices of individuals who were passionate about the game grew along with the complexity of the heist and the size of the fan community. A faction motivated by strong desire to maintain Payday 2's golden age emerged among the speakers in the game's later stages. They were passionate supporters with one clear objective: keeping the franchise firmly entrenched in the past and opposing any changes that would destroy their beloved status quo. Initially modest, this group grew larger by claiming to be the natural guardians of the Payday heritage. Two individuals lead the cult. These leaders speak for the community, but never for everyone. Although they seemed to speak for true fans, they had more sinister intentions. Any objectors' voices were seen as a danger to the community's favorable image, which the leaders felt was vital. They feared that negativity would bring down the spirits of the devs, their adored higher power. Since they were afraid, they used the community's voice to their advantage, ensuring that only people who shared their opinions were heard. They actively oppose any criticism that they don't share. The Payday Cult has become increasingly active as Payday 3's progress continues. Instead of embracing the new direction of Payday 3, they remain stuck in their old habits, longing for a Payday 2.0. They considered any departure from the old ways a betrayal, and they were determined to create a Payday 2.0 behind closed doors to replace what they perceived as an inept attempt at innovation. The cult's members grew, although it's unclear how big exactly. They waited in the shadows, prepared to silence anyone who dared to speak up against them. The Payday Cult used forums and social media as battlegrounds to silence objectors and uphold their biased viewpoints. But not all members of the community were prepared to remain silent. Several outspoken rebels started to oppose the Payday Cult. These critics understood that Payday 3 has a solid basis and that they should be encouraged rather than mocked. They realized it wasn't just a clone of the last game. It was intended to be its own game, a fresh installment in the series. As Payday 3 fosters a new life, the conflict between the Payday Cult and the rebels defines the community. The rebels understood that speaking up, stepping on toes, and challenging the cult's dogmatic beliefs were the only ways to combat the Payday Cult's dominance. They felt that rather than staying stuck in the past, the franchise's future rested on accepting change and letting the game develop as the devs intended. As the new Payday 3 changes approach, the tension between the two factions intensifies. The cult continues clinging to outdated ideas, while the rebels fight for a brighter, more innovative future. The battle for the community's soul has only begun, and the outcome will determine whether Payday 3 will be allowed to stand on its own or be overshadowed by the lingering shadows of the past. Payday 3 has the potential to stand out by offering a balanced experience that builds on the strengths of its predecessor while avoiding the more exaggerated cartoonish elements that characterized Payday 2. By fine-tuning its foundation and maintaining a distinct identity, Payday 3 can become a game that appeals to longtime fans and new players, offering a fresh and engaging experience.